Have you ever noticed how one emotion can completely take over your day? A small comment, a stressful moment, and suddenly the mind is full of anger, worry, sadness. Before we begin, let's take one slow breath together. I invite you to take a moment and remember the last time you felt a strong emotion. Maybe anxiety, anger, sadness. Now notice how quickly the mind wants to change it, fix it, or move it away. Most of us were never taught how to simply experience these emotions. We learn how to control them, hide them, judge them, but not how to meet them with awareness. Today, I want to explore mindfulness of emotion through a short story. A story that shows how emotions begin in the body, how they turn into suffering, and how mindfulness can help us experience freedom within emotional life. The story begins with someone named Maya. As you listen, you may notice parts of your own experience reflected in the story. Because mindfulness of emotion is something we live every day. I would like to begin with a simple story about Maya. One morning, Maya wakes up feeling calm. The light is soft. The house is quiet. She makes her tea, sits for a moment at the kitchen table, and enjoys the stillness before the day begins. Eventually, she opens her laptop to check her email. And there it is, a message from her manager. Hi Maya, we need to talk about yesterday's presentation. That's all. In an instant, something shifts. Her stomach tightens. Her heart begins to beat faster. Her shoulder lifts slightly, almost defensively. She hasn't formed a thought yet. She hasn't interpreted the message. There is no story, not yet. And still, emotion has already arrived. This is something we rarely notice. We think emotions are caused by thoughts, but often the body responds first. The nervous system moves before the mind explains. If we pause right here with Maya, we begin to understand emotion in a very simple way. And emotion is not just a word like fear or anxiety. It is an experience in the body. Energy, movement, sensation. Long before we learned language, emotions guided us. A baby cries when uncomfortable and relaxes when held. There is no analysis, no narrative, only sensations and response. From the moment we are born, emotions are part of being human. They move through us every day of our lives. Maya is still looking at her email, and as she does, the mind begins to wake up and do what mind do the best. Create meaning. Did I make mistake? Was the presentation bad? Am I in trouble? But underneath this thought, the body is already carrying a message. If fear could speak clearly, it might say, I want safety, I want reassurance, I want to belong. Emotions are not enemies, they are messengers. They reveal what matters to us. The discomfort Maya feels is not weakness. It is a sign that her work, her reputation, her sense of belonging, all of these are important to her. Yet, most of us were never taught how to experience emotions directly. Very early in life, we learn to divide experience into two categories: pleasant, unpleasant. When something feels pleasant, we cling to it. When something feels unpleasant, we push it away. So, as Maya feels this tightness in her chest, her immediate impulse is not curiosity, it is escape. She wants the feeling to be gone. She refreshes the email. She rereads the message. She tries to predict the future. And this resistance adds another layer of tension. In mindfulness, we often say that suffering does not come only from emotion itself. It comes from our struggle with it, from clinging to what feels good and resisting what feels uncomfortable. If we look closely, there are actually two layers in Maya's experience. The first layer is primary. This is the direct bodily experience: tightness in chest, warmth in the face, fluttering in the stomach. Simple, physical, immediate. Then comes the second layer, the secondary reaction: the judgment, interpretation, self criticism. I always mess things up. They must be disappointed in me. I'm not good enough. The primary emotion is often brief and fluid. The secondary reaction is what makes it heavy and long lasting. Neuroscience suggests that the chemical life of an emotion in the body lasts roughly 90 seconds, about a minute and a half. But when thoughts replay the situation again and again, the body produces new emotional wave. Thought fuel emotions, emotion fuel more thoughts, and the cycle continues. Without awareness, this loop can last hours, even days. And culture shape this pattern too. Many of us grow up receiving subtle messages about which emotions are acceptable. Some culture discourages sadness. Some teach that anger should not be shown. Sometimes certain genders are told they should not feel fear or vulnerability. So we learn to suppress. We distract. We overthink. We numb. Not because something is wrong with us, but because no one showed us how to handshake emotions or develop friendly relationship with them. Maya has learned this habit as well. She feels the anxiety rising and her instinct is to avoid it. But then something different happens. She remembers something she once learned in mindfulness practice. Instead of checking the email again, she pauses. She takes one slow breath. She lets the laptop remain open, but gently shift attention away from the screen and into her body. She noticed the tightness in her stomach, the warmth in her chest, the slight trembling in her hands. And instead of saying, I don't want this, she softly named the experience. Fear is here. She allowed the emotion to exist without trying to solve it. She experienced it not as a problem but as a sensation, energy moving. Something subtle began to shift. The tightness rise, peaks, and then slowly begin to soften. Nothing outside has changed. The meeting is still coming, the email is still there, but inside there is more room. When we stop fighting emotions, the body often knows how to process them naturally. By allowing the primary experience without adding secondary resistance, Maya interrupts the cycle. Instead of reacting, now she is observing. Instead of resisting, now she is allowing. Awareness is holding the emotion gently. And when awareness holds something, it loosens its grip. Later that day, Maya attends a meeting with her manager. Her manager smiles and says, I wanted to tell you how well your presentation went. The team was impressed. Maya feels relief. But the real transformation did not happen in that meeting. The real change happened earlier, in the quiet moment when she chose to stay present with her emotion instead of running from it. Mindfulness does not promise a life without difficult emotion. It teaches us something more profound. Emotions are not problems to eliminate. They are living experiences that move through us, inviting awareness, compassion, and an honest expression of our needs. When we stop labeling them as good or bad, stop clinging or pushing away, we begin to see their true nature. They arise, they move, they pass. And in learning to stay with them, even for one breath, a small but powerful freedom appears. What Maya truly learned this morning: emotions are just like a flowing river. They are not here to be controlled, judged, or suppressed. They are meant to move. When we stop trying to hold them back or push them away, they pass through us naturally. Let them flow with freedom, without labeling, without judging, without controlling the current. Just let them move and watch what happens. In that allowing, there is freedom. Thank you.